Hello guys, this is Max, your Boeing 737 captain. You know guys, after my recent flight I realized I need to record this video because I've never seen so much interest for the one single question about Boeing 737 from my passengers and from you guys. So hello and welcome. This is a special video for me today because my first face-to-face interaction with you guys, and I'm very happy about that. Hopefully you're gonna enjoy it. So first and foremost, I want to express my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you who supported this channel from the very beginning. Your support, your engagement, that all keep me motivated to create content that educates and entertains. And for some, it actually inspires by reading your comments. So today's video is a celebration of you guys, my incredible subscribers. Without you and your support, this channel would not be where it is. And your likes, comments and shares and subscriptions mean a lot to me. And I'm grateful for every single one. As a token of appreciation, I've listened to your feedback and noticed a recurring theme in the comments section. The most asked question about the Boeing 737 out of all my videos. When I started this channel, the primary goal was to create educational content for aviation enthusiasts and aspiring pilots who probably wanted to learn more about Boeing 737. However, thanks to your incredible support, and this channel has evolved into something much more than I ever imagined, has become a community where people from all walks of life came together to share a passion for aviation. So whether you're here to learn about 737 or you just simply enjoy the content, I want you to know that you are a valued and appreciated member of our community. Your presence, your feedback, and your support inspired me to continue creating content that you enjoy. So now let's dive into today's video and explore the most asked question about Boeing 737 together. So what is that spinning thing? What is that spinning disc? What is that rotating wheel? What is it?
Enough speed.
Departure, good morning, Dutch 11.
Well, that spinning thing is a horizontal stabilizer trim wheel of the Boeing 737. A Boeing 737 has a movable horizontal stabilizer for pitch trim and elevator for pitch control. So this is true for all 737 variants, including the MAX. So you probably may have heard the term stabilizer as well. It is typically used for an airplane like Piper Cherokee when the whole surface is moving together. So there's no step trim and elevator separated. It's just one movable surface. So what is an aircraft trim? Well, aircraft trim refers to an aircraft maintaining a particular attitude, such as training level flight, constant climb, or constant descent, without any controlled surface inputs. This trim condition is achieved by moving the secondary flight control, called horizontal stabilizer, and this trim surface it reduces workload that the pilot needs to do, and it's assisting in relieving the stress from the primary flight control as the elevator. To keep it simple, the trim allows the pilot to adjust the pitch attitude for hands-free control of the airplane. Now, in the flight deck, you probably noticed the dual independent switches located on the left-hand side of the captain's yoke and on the right side of the yoke of the first officer. So these switches are used to control the stabilizer trim with the help of an electric motor, and it's available during manual or autopilot flight. So both switches must be moved simultaneously to activate the stabilizer. You cannot move the step trim when you press a single switch. This is done for safety to avoid accidentally pressing a single switch, since when the autopilot's turned on, pressing the switch will turn it off. Actually, pressing the switches will turn it off. That will be more correct. So now the operation of the switches is very easy. When you press them forward, the stabilizer goes down just like that. and when you trim it backwards, the stabilizer goes up. So to understand it very easy, next time you guys drive a car, you can roll down the window, bring your arm out, and just try to do the same moves just like stabilizer does or elevator does. So if you bring your arm like that, you will hit the airflow and your arm will try to go down. Now if you're gonna do like this, your hand will meet the relative airflow and it's probably gonna start climbing. Same for the elevator of the airplane and same for horizontal stabilizer of the airplane. So when the pilot moves the yoke forward and wants to descend, this stabilizer trim moves down, therefore tries to lift up the tail and the airplane descends. Same opposite for the climb. If the pilot wants to climb, he pulls on the yoke and this surface moves up, therefore meets the relative airflow and the airplane pitches up. Very easy, isn't it? So the main electric and autopilot stabilizer trim have two speed modes. So first, high speed with flaps extended.
Tune up speed.
Departure, good morning, Dutch 11.
And low speed with flaps retracted.
Landing gear up. Flaps up, no lights. Auto brake is off. So takeoff checklist complete. Thank you.
So high-speed mode is needed with flaps extended as the airplane flies at slower airspeeds. Therefore, for aerodynamic forces to take effect on the airplane, the stab trim needs to be moved faster. And opposite when the airplane flies at higher speeds. So there's no need for fast-moving stab trim because it will cause an over-control and most likely very abrupt and uncontrollable change of aircraft pitch attitude. So now there also could be non-normal situations with the stab trim when it can malfunction. So it is designed in a way that an electric motor that moves the stab can be disengaged. So if the electric stab motor malfunctions, it can be turned off using the stab trim switches by moving them to there's two switches, main elect and autopilot. You can position them to cutout position. So since the electric stabilizer motor is now disabled, control of the stabilizer is only possible by turning our favorite stab trim wheel, and we do it manually. So manual stabilizer control is accomplished through cables. It allows the pilot to position the stabilizer by rotating the wheel forward on back or backwards. It takes a lot of effort manually rotating the stab trim because the aerodynamic forces acting on airplane in flight depends on the speed, could be pretty high. So the faster you fly, the more difficult to control the wheel. And the most importantly, we do it for every flight. Before the takeoff, the stab trim needs to be in a green band, otherwise the takeoff configuration warning will sound, notify the pilots that the stabilizer is not set for takeoff position, and it will be very difficult to lift off and get the aircraft airborne safely. At this point, if you started takeoff, you have to reject the takeoff because takeoff with takeoff configuration warning is prohibited. So guys, that's was simple and easy explanation of operation of stab trim wheel, and this was the most asked question on the 737 in the comment sections. If you have other questions, please comment down below and I will be happily answering your questions. Thank you. See you in the next one.